So is an engagement ring a gift or not? Have we debated this before? I mean, I think that there is a legal definition for this, but I'm not exactly sure.
So apparently, I think it's different in different states. We can look that up, but that was one of the points that I saw that were made online when this discussion happened, because yes, the question of what exactly is an engagement ring, is it a gift or not, once again became a viral question after NBA star Ben Simmons, who is known as the guy who, doesn't shoot a lot on his team and doesn't actually he can't keep on the team because he doesn't have good chemistry with his teammates. And a lot of people believe that is exactly what happened in his engagement as well, because now he, what was a promising engagement that seemed was going to turn into this amazing marriage did not. And apparently he sent his lawyers to his ex-fiance's home in order to collect his $800,000 engagement ring that he purchased for her, because in his mind, I gave you that ring as a promise that we would get married. And then now that we are not getting married, then that ring does not belong to you. It belongs to me. And he wants it back. So some people are on his side, whereas other people believe he's just being petty.
No, I'm on his side. Like, I'm legitimately, the thing with engagement rings, which is why, and we have talked to lawyers before, and it may vary state to state, but from what I recall, if you give it on the person's birthday, it's a gift. If you propose on Christmas, it's a gift. But any other time, it's an engagement. And I feel like, why would you want to keep, like, the proposal, that ring is not a gift. That ring is a promise to get married. And if you don't get married, that promise is broken. So the person, whoever it is, I mean, whether it's a man, it's a woman, whoever gave the ring and whoever bought the ring gets the ring back because you didn't fulfill the promise of getting married.
There's got to be somebody listening that has gone through this. 1-855-BERT Show. Did you get the ring back or did you keep it? And if you do keep it, you just turn around and you sell it, right? 1-855-BERT Show, I'm guessing? Because we don't want to get caught up in the $800,000 because for other people, that's relative. You know, they don't have $800,000, but somebody that spends $4,000 or $5,000 on an engagement ring, that's a lot of money for them.
Yes.
Right?
It's a huge amount of money.
So should you get that ring back? Now,
I feel different if it's a divorce, okay? Like, I feel like whoever got the ring gets to keep the ring in the divorce because you did. The engagement is a promise to get married. You fulfilled that obligation.
It's not a promise to stay married.
No,
it's
not
a promise to get married.
No, exactly.
Okay.
So you got married and then you end up getting divorced. Sorry, not sorry. He or she gets to keep the ring.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally
You wouldn't want your ring back?
I didn't want my ring back. Yeah, I've gone through this. Yeah, she got the ring.
Maybe I'm pettier than I realized.
Wait, you would if you got divorced, you'd want the ring back?
$800,000?
Yes.
Now forget about $800,000.
Whatever you spent.
Let's say you spent, I don't know, $10,000 on it.
Ooh-wee. Honestly, it would depend on how long we'd been married.
You were married for 5 years. No kids.
5 years, no kids?
Uh-huh.
I think I want the ring back.
Oh, are you serious?
Now, this is an angle I didn't see coming.
Oh, I think I do.
Forget about you guys that are on the phones right now. We're talking about engagement rings. Did you give the ring back after the divorce, or did you ask for the ring back after the divorce? Not the engagement, the divorce. 1-855-BERT Show. Clear the phones. We got to start all over again.
Hey,
that
look,
one I hadn't heard of.
This?
Yes.
This is mine.
Okay.
This is mine.
I would argue that if I got you the ring, it was for us to be married.
Correct. We got married.
We are no longer married.
Sorry about your luck.
I don't like that rule. I don't like it at all. I think I would want it back.
Okay.
I don't think I would fight for it back. Like, I would ask, and if she said no.
You would actually ask, can I get the ring back?
Well, I wouldn't personally do it. I would send, like...
Your lawyer?
Yeah, somebody else over there ain't gonna see what you pull off.
Now, what if there are children involved? What if there's a kid involved?
No, you keep the ring.
Okay.
All day long.
Okay, so if it's the mother of your child.
Yeah, you keep the ring.
Okay, so kids means you can keep the ring.
Yes.
No kids, you're giving me that thing back.
That's the rule.
Okay.
That's the Mo rule.
You're so
Kenzie, good morning. It's so petty. I've never even heard of somebody asking for the wedding ring back after a divorce.
Pendergrass, man.
Kenzie, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Fantastic. All right. So was this engagement or marriage?
It was an engagement, and it was actually to a guy I went to high school with, and he asked me to marry him, And then the next morning, he got up and said, I made a mistake. He asked for the ring back, but in between that, he asked me to help him keep faith because he was in the military, to still go with him to the ball and all that. So he wanted the ring back. So what I did for putting me through all that, I called the place that he got the ring from and asked them what their refund policy was. When they say he could not get a refund after 30 days, I held on to the ring for 2 months. Then I returned it. The only thing he could do is exchange it.
That's when petty meets petty. I love it.
Men play checkers.
Yep.
Women play chess. All right, now, divorce. The ring back after divorce is what we're focusing on. Hey, Heather, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for having me. Love you guys.
Appreciate you.
Love you too.
Love you back.
Yeah. So, I actually got engaged with an heirloom, and it was a great-great-grandmother's ring. And I was willing to give that back, but I definitely kept the ring.
Okay, so the engagement ring was different than the wedding ring, and you kept the
Right.
engagement ring but gave back the wedding ring?
No, I
Look,
kept the
kept that.
wedding ring and gave back the engagement ring that was an heirloom.
Okay.
However, my husband, he was my husband.
My husband. I like
He
that.
wanted it back really bad because it was an heirloom. And when it was displaced for about 6 years, I gave it to my mom and she forgot. And
gosh.
she told me she didn't have it. And I was freaking out. And it just caused so many arguments. And one day she was like, guess what I found? And I said, you got to be kidding me. And I called the grandmother. And I said, I found the ring. And she said, oh, that's fine, sweetie. You keep it.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.